High atop the world, an astronomical observatory pierces the night, a beacon of science against the infinite unknown. Dr. Eris Thorne, weathered and wise, stands silhouetted against the cold light of the monitors, his eyes fixed on the heavens. Through the lens of a powerful telescope, a comet streaks across the digital display, an icy harbinger of doom. Its trajectory, a cruel twist of fate, points directly towards Earth, an unavoidable collision course. A chilling realization dawns on Dr. Thorne's face, etched with disbelief and mounting dread. His voice, a mere whisper in the vast expanse, betrays the weight of his discovery. This can't be happening. Bathed in the cold glow of monitors, scientists scramble as alarms blare, the air thick with impending doom. Dr. Rostova stands amidst the chaos, her face etched with worry, barking orders into the storm. The team confirms the comet's size and speed, sweat beading on their foreheads under the harsh lights. Ava's grim voice cuts through the noise. "We have a major problem. It's not a question of if, but when." In the White House Situation Room, high-ranking officials gather, their faces etched with concern under the weight of impending crisis. At the head of the polished table, the president's grim expression reflects the gravity of the unfolding events. Ominous projections illuminate the walls, casting long shadows across the tense faces of those assembled. The air is thick with unspoken fears, each tick of the clock amplifying the urgency of their predicament. The president's voice cuts through the silence, a demand for immediate action. "We need a plan, and we need it now." Panic sweeps New York as news of the comet spreads. Fear contorts faces as citizens stampede towards supermarkets. A frenzied rush for survival ensues, with shoppers desperately hoarding supplies like madmen. Chaos escalates as shelves are stripped bare, the promise of scarcity igniting primal instincts. Fights erupt over the last loaf of bread, a stark symbol of societal breakdown. A news anchor's grim voice echoes through the pandemonium. The end is near. Deep beneath the surface, Marcus Vance's opulent bunker is a testament to preparedness, stocked with years of supplies. Marcus Vance surveys his domain, a sanctuary of wealth, amidst impending chaos. A smirk slowly spreads across Marcus's face, a mask of satisfaction. His eyes gleam with cold calculation, secure in his isolated fortress. "Let them fend for themselves," Marcus says, his voice echoing in the sterile, secure environment. At Everest's peak, Sarah stands alone against the biting wind, a solitary figure amidst a world of jagged ice and sky. She surveys the breathtaking panorama, the sheer scale of the landscape dwarfing human ambition. Her breath mists in the frigid air as the weight of the world's turmoil presses upon her. A question hangs in the air, carried away by the wind. What does it all matter now? Inside the ISS, astronauts work against the clock, their faces illuminated by the glow of control panels. Interceptor missiles stand ready, aimed at the incoming comet, a last line of defense for humanity. Tension fills the control room as the launch sequence begins, each second a heavy weight on their shoulders. An astronaut's determined voice breaks the silence. For humanity, against the endless night, interceptor missiles streak, their laser precision aimed at the approaching comet. A blinding explosion erupts as the missiles converge, a cataclysm of raw energy unleashed in the void. The comet absorbs the blast, shuddering violently, yet its inexorable path remains unbroken. Debris scatters into the blackness, glittering remnants of a failed defense against the cosmic threat. In a distant observatory, a scientist watches with mounting dread. The deflection failed. The comet continues its relentless journey, an unyielding force against the backdrop of silent, watchful stars. Under a sky heavy with impending storm, a weathered farmhouse stands amidst golden fields, a beacon against nature's fury. A family huddles together, their faces etched with worry as they anxiously scan the darkening sky. The father attempts to project strength, his hand a comforting weight on his children's shoulders. But in his eyes, a deep-seated fear betrays his brave facade. "We'll be all right, kids," the father says, his voice a fragile shield against the approaching storm. Sunlight paints the Vatican in vibrant hues as the Pope prepares to address the world, a beacon of faith amidst looming shadows. His face, a map of trials endured, reflects the weight of his sacred duty. His voice, though laced with concern, rings out with unwavering strength, resonating through the hallowed halls. Each word, a carefully chosen stone, builds a bridge of hope over the chasm of despair. Millions hang on his every syllable, seeking solace in his spiritual guidance. With solemn grace, the Pope implores, "May God have mercy on us all," his words echoing in the vast expanse. Under a sickly moon, dust devils swirl as Mad Max gangs race across cracked asphalt, their cobbled vehicles spitting fire. Rusted car husks and bleached bones mark the roadside, grim monuments to a fallen world, tattered flags whipping. The air crackles with desperate anarchy as engines roar and metal screams, a symphony of survival and chaos. Every man for himself. The gang leader's cry echoes across the wasteland, a brutal mantra in the fading light. On a serene beach, a couple finds solace in each other's embrace as the ominous glow of a growing comet fills the sky. The vast ocean mirrors the approaching celestial doom, its surface shimmering with an eerie, apocalyptic light. They sit close, hands intertwined, their figures silhouetted against the backdrop of impending cosmic chaos. Her eyes reflect a mix of fear and contentment as she clings to him, finding peace in their final moments. "I'm glad I'm with you," she whispers, her voice soft against the roar of the approaching end. Their love becomes a beacon of hope against the backdrop of a world hurtling towards its inevitable end. The lab hums, sterile and cold, as Dr. Thorne and Dr. Rostova race against the clock, their faces illuminated by the cold light of monitors. Complex equations dance across the screens, reflecting in their focused eyes, a silent symphony of science and desperation. They exchange a look, a deep, shared understanding passing between them, the unspoken acknowledgement of impending doom. The air crackles with tension, the weight of their impossible task pressing down on them, heavy and suffocating. Time runs out, the urgency palpable as they work, their movements precise, driven by a desperate hope. Ava's voice cuts through the sterile hum, a poignant farewell hanging in the air. "It's been an honor, Eris." A blazing comet pierces the serene blue, a harbinger of destruction. Fire streaks across the heavens, painting the sky with terrifying beauty. The earth trembles as the celestial invader draws closer. Colors swirl in a chaotic dance of light and impending doom. A silent scream echoes as the world watches, helpless. "The end has begun," a voice whispers, sealing humanity's fate. Monstrous tsunamis crash into coastal cities, their relentless waves swallowing skylines and erasing all signs of civilization. Earthquakes tear through the land, the ground splitting open as buildings crumble and the world is thrown into chaos. Firestorms rage across once lush forests, transforming vibrant greenery into desolate, charred wastelands under a smoke-filled sky. The earth writhes in agony, a symphony of destruction echoing across continents as the world is utterly ravaged. Dust devils dance across a desolate landscape, skeletal buildings clawing at the sky, remnants of a forgotten world. From makeshift shelters, weary survivors emerge, their faces canvases of hardship and resilience. Eyes squint against the harsh glare, fixed on a distant horizon, a beacon of hope in a world of despair. Silhouetted figures stand as testaments to human endurance, their determination unwavering against the odds. A child's voice cuts through the silence, a simple question echoing the uncertainty of their future. "What now?"